Next comedian, very, very, very funny gentleman. He's got as many jokes as he's got tattoos. Larry George, everybody.
Oh, we having a good time? Woo! Do I look like I have a good time everywhere I go? I do. Yes, I'm probably the reason that the cops showed up at Brent Lee Smith's house. I can admit that. As you might notice, throat tattoo, rather large. Says trust Jesus if you can't read it from there. Don't think too highly of me. That was a prison decision. Well, when I was in prison trying to decide what to let this nice Aryan Brotherhood gentleman tattoo on me, after he said pick one, you don't argue with those guys. I thought, well, what's the most ironic tattoo I can have when I get to hell? I think the trust Jesus covers that. This will be a whole section of us in hell with religious tattoos going, this is some bullshit. God damned me. I'll be down there like, oh, hi, Dad. What are you doing here? You don't have any tattoos. I run this place, son. Oh, married into a gig. So I don't like my stepmom joke. She's the devil. Well, if you run it like you did the house, I'll see you on the weekends. Oh, yes. You know, you learn interesting expressions when you get to prison. Expressions like, lay on your back tonight or I will. It's usually followed by, well, don't worry, it's only gay if you push back. Don't worry, I wasn't raped in prison. I have false teeth, I did fine. Yeah. Some people ask me if I found God in prison, and I'm like, no, why? What'd he do? His buddy snitched him out again, didn't he? 30 pieces of silver doesn't go nearly as far these days. Yeah, that first trial, they really crucified his ass. The whole carpentry background came around to nail him in the end, I swear it did. How'd you like to be the guy that has to explain M&Ms to Jesus when he comes back? They melt in your mouth. Oh, never mind. Have a Snickers. You're not the same when you've been resurrected. So, surprise, surprise, I'm happily divorced. 18 years. Well, 8 years happily. About 8 years ago, her now second ex-husband, I'll let that one sink in. Her now second ex-husband, he calls me up on the phone. He says, man, you're never going to believe what this bitch did. Try me. I married her first. I said, man, she's been cheating on me. She's going to leave me. And when I stopped laughing, I was like, you know, I waited 10 years for this. I told you so. And he became one of my better weed dealers. I say better, but you think a dude that stole your wife and kids and knocked $5 off a sack here and there. He's awful expensive. As I mentioned, I have kids. I have two. My oldest, my daughter. She was always a straight A student, National Honor Society, 4 years marching band. She marched in the Rose Bowl parade. They actually invited her. She didn't just sneak in. But she had 17 scholarships time she got to college, so her whole first year was entirely paid for. And now she's Air Force intelligence and recently married, so it just goes to show you can drop them once. 8-month-olds are squirmy, and I caught her on the first bounce. No harm, no foul. She's only 5'1", but I don't think that was my fault. I try to prove she gets her brains from me by writing physics jokes, but the punchlines always come out theoretical. I did write a physics joke, and if there's ever a room to tell it, I was messaging with a woman one night, and we were going back and forth for a couple hours, and then I get a message that says, hold on a sec. Well, 2.5 hours later, I started wondering, did she forget about me, or am I stuck on the event horizon of a black hole? Physics joke. Some of you got it. I love that joke. She didn't get her brains from me. Too bad I've hit mine on too many things. I have Crohn's disease. It's a shitty disease. I'll never stop doing that. I'll never stop doing that, though. And I've heard about every expression for using a bathroom, taking a shit, taking a dump, dropping the kids off at the pool, you know, taking a piss. I think they're kind of barbaric, archaic, and it's time that we moved into the digital age. It is 2018 after all. I propose from now on we start using logging out and streaming. Certainly makes your bathroom conversations more interesting. And can I use your bathroom? Oh, what are you doing? You logging out or you streaming? Because if you're logging out, I need you to use the upstairs with the plunger and the spray. I've heard about you and that Crohn's. One walking car clears off a school bus as a freshman you have to live with the rest of your life. That's a proud moment, honestly. Driver included. He's all mad at me. My head on time. I started doing comedy because of my Crohn's disease. I spent a lot of time in Riley Hospital for Children as a teenager, and I watched comedy constantly instead of doing my homework, which is why I have a GED and a trade school education instead of a high school diploma and a college education, but that's neither here nor there. And I watched comedy because laughter is the best medicine behind cannabis. And I fully believe all that laughter that I had back then helped me to heal. And I said, one of these days I'm going to do that. I'm going to give back that laughter and that healing that I was gifted all those years ago. And I continue doing it. This month. It'd be 4 years I've been doing this. I continue doing it because I'm so addicted to the laughter and the applause. And as crowds like y'all and nights like tonight, I just want to thank you all for feeding my addiction so well. I'm Larry George, y'all. Thanks. That's my comment.
Oh, man. I bet he was a great dad, really. My dad didn't have so many tattoos, and he was a jerk.